everyone, it's Bonnie here, and today I have a design team project for Kitty's Scrap Post, and I'll put the link to Louisa's shop in the description box below. Today I'd like to share with you 3 cards that I created with 3 of the different paper packs that she carries in her shop. So the first one here is the Shabby Chic paper set 1, and they look like this. Absolutely love these. So pretty. Okay, it's kind of a smaller version, but I'll show you these here that I used. This one here. Isn't it so beautiful? And this one here. It's kind of had, you know, like diamonds. And then this one here, gorgeous, gorgeous, very pretty. So, here's the first card that I created with that paper, and it looks like this. It's a 6x6 card, and I did layer the papers. First I used the one with the little diamonds, as you can see in the corner here. And then I laid down a piece of white cardstock, and then the floral one here. And then I used one of my, I can't remember which die it is, but I used this one here, and it goes all the way down. Of course, most of it's covered, and it goes up this side too. And then I have, again, the diamond and then the floral as well. So that makes up the paper on the front page. Very beautiful. So I used tons of flowers that I have in my stash, and just kind of cascaded them going upwards. There's some pearls in there, and there are some these little gems here. When you're gluing your gems, use glossy accent because the glue doesn't show through, so you can still see the shimmer through it. I used some gesso and everything as well. And here's a little birdie, one of those plastic birdies. Very cute. More gems here. I have a little heart pearl button there, and here's a little button here, little flat back. And then behind it I have some seam binding, and behind that, of course you can't tell, but I have this die that I cut out here, and it's like this big squiggly, and then I have this die here, and it was a big doily, but that got covered up too. So here it is sticking out here as well. And then I layered this beautiful trim here, and this bling and pearl trim going across it. And then down here I have some flat back pearls with a heart flat back in the middle. And then over here I have some more of that pearl and bling trim. And the center here is a frame from Prima, and I gessoed it to make it more white, as well as the ballerina. She's from the same, I don't know if she's from the same collection. No, I think there's 3 ballerinas. But yeah, they're from Prima, and I painted her as well. And here's a little corner piece here. Very pretty. That's also from Prima. Look at the little hearts, and it's so cute. And again, I just have more cascading flowers going down this way. There's a little heart here, little flat back, some more gems, some pearls here. And all of these flowers are wild orchid craft flowers. And then along here, I used some Flower Soft, and then added some stickles to it to give it some glimmer. And then I have this little bead that says beauty. So cute. I love it. It's my first time using one of those. So then around the entire card, I just use this pretty lace. And here is a big seam binding bow, and one is in white and one is in pink, and I just put it in there. So that is my Shabby Chic card. Gorgeous. And the inside is just plain. Not plain, it's got this gorgeous paper. Isn't that pretty? And I don't know if I mentioned it's a 6x6 card. Very dimensional. Okay, so that's the first one. And let me go ahead and share with you the second one. In this one, I used the Steampunk Garden. And the set looks like this. There's all kinds of stuff in here. There's cutouts. There's the paper collection. Here's more cutouts here. Little tags here. And I also used the Love Struck postcards, and I used this image right here in this project. So from the Steampunk Garden, I used this paper here. Isn't it gorgeous? It's like a peachy pink with soft greens. And then there's this one here. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's got a big blimp, the clock, very steampunk. Okay, so those are the papers that I used. Another collection. And here is the card that I created with that paper. I think this one came out beautiful as well. It's kind of vintage chic, I want to call it. And there's the beautiful image there. Isn't she so pretty? And inside on her, the image here, I used some of that frontage. I don't know if you can see it good. Kind of a glare. There you go. Isn't that so pretty? And then I used it, you know, in places like this and over here like that. So again, what I did with this paper is I layered it. I have a layer here, and then white cardstock, and then a layer here, and then white cardstock, and then this layer here. And on the edges, I just scruffed them up with my Timmy scissors, you know, to give them a little tattered look. And then going across here, I made a couple of banners. The same paper collection, very pretty. And there's that big doily that was covered up in the other one. You can kind of see it here. And this wood piece, I can't remember who it's by, but I think it's Kaiser Craft. I'm pretty sure these are Kaiser Craft wooden embellishments here. So I put her in the frame, and then I placed this clock here with the clock hands, and then I put a little, what do you call this, a gear behind it, you know, because it was, lifted up a bit, and I didn't want the wood to crack. So I put that one there, very pretty. And then I placed a couple of flowers here on her frame. And then I have this gorgeous, gorgeous trim here that I got from Annie, Miss Garden Grove 1. Very pretty. And this is from her shop as well. And I just threaded some white seam binding through that. And then over here is another Kaiser Craft wooden piece. And some more clocks. And then over here, I just have an array of different flowers, all from Wild Orchid Crafts. I put some pearls, randomly. Here's like a little wooden leaf, and that was, I believe, from Michael's in the $1.50 bin a couple of years back. And I have one of these little butterflies here, very cute, and some pearl sprays. And here's a little pearl button thing. So that is that card. Very pretty. And again, in the inside, I just added this gorgeous paper. And again, this is a 6x6 card. And wicked dimensional. And I use, for these cards, actually most of the things that I make, I use watercolor paper. It's super sturdy. It's almost like cardboard. And when you add the paper, it makes it even thicker. So it can withstand all these embellishments. And there's no sagging, you know, whatsoever when you put them on display. So keep that in mind, you know, when you're creating your cards. You want to use a really good sturdy base. Okay, and my last card, I used the French seamstress, and with this I used this image here. Isn't it gorgeous? And then there's these little tags, and I used this one right here and this one right here. Very pretty. And from the Steampunk collection, which is the one that I used prior to this, just totally different colors. I used this one here. Very beautiful. And then this one here. It's more of a vintage Victorian color. So I'm calling this like my vintage Victorian card. So here is my card. I went a little crazy with this one. I absolutely love it. Again, it's a 6x6, but given the embellishments that are hanging over the side, it is larger. So here is that image that I used. And I put some stickles on their dresses and some in their hair. And I used a die cut. And I think that's from Spellbinders. It's really pretty. And again, I layered the papers. This one has a strip going up all the way to the top. And then I kind of ripped it going down and placed this in here. And it says Memories. I don't know if that's picking up because of the glare. Memories. And then I use this die again, and that goes all the way down. And everything is distressed with Victorian Velvet Distress ink by Tim Holtz. And this here is a huge heart doily. It like fills up the whole thing. Okay. And then here are those two cards that I placed behind there. Here's a tiny heart doily, and I put a couple of banners that I created. And here is some Prima Say It With Pearls. It has these little green flowers, so it matched this just really beautifully. I have this flat back button here. And then I made these cute little flowers with one of my punches. And I used, what is this? This is the platinum stickles on everything. Here are more flowers by Wild Orchid Crafts. And behind here it's a key. And it's like a thick chipboard. And these were from the Michaels bin like a couple years ago. I wish I had them to show, but they are all like in craft color, and it goes down to a key. See the little key here? So I just put that there. I painted it with some gesso, and then I dabbed it with my Victorian velvet, and then I put some cream colored, just kind of swiped it over very, very softly, you know, to give it a shabby look. And that's how that came out. I have a seam binding bow here with another little flat back pearl. Here's a little wooden embellishment piece I got from my daughter Jen, but I think she got it from Saw Crafters. And here's another Spellbinder die here. I just love that one. And I thought I had it going up. Yeah, it's going up this way too, but it's kind of covered. So that's that. And then over here, this is a wooden, like a Victorian style chair. And that was from the Michaels, you know, in the wooden section where they have all the words and stuff like that. I gessoed it. And again, I used the Victorian velvet and I stamped it. And then I used some texture paint on it. And I put some paper from the collection in the middle of this because there was no middle. And I put a flat back pearl here, a big one. And then some flowers all around. And these were bigger flowers and I had to really cut them down. There was like 2 or 3 more layers. I had to cut them down. This one too, it was 2 layers because they were just too big for this piece. So, yeah, don't be afraid to cut your flowers down because you can also use the backs of them if you want to. And then I made some twirly things here with the vine from that. Here's a piece of lace. And this back here was from the Michaels section there where it had the chipboard pieces and it's a fan. And I put some pearls along here and then along here. And again, here's some more of those little flowers. I just put them sporadically through the card. I think I covered everything. I have some beautiful lace here. It's kind of covered up, but it's there. That's what happens when you make lots and lots of layers. So I think, like I said, I think I covered everything. And then when you open it up, I did add some pretty lace here. There's 2 different ones. There's this one here, which is wicked pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? And then there's this one here. So I just added that so you had something, you know, to come down here with, or kind of would have been kind of plain. So I just added that. And then I added this gorgeous paper inside. So those are my cards that I made for Kitty Scrap Post. Make sure you head on over to Louisa's shop. These 2, like I said, were made from the same paper. There's just different papers in there. Like if you look at this, you have blues and then paler peaches, peachy pinks, and then you have like this Victorian color. So you get like a variety of a selection to make different things with. And then here's my Shabby one with my little ballerina. I just love her. So I hope you like my cards that I created. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And head on over to Kitty Scrap Post. And thanks for watching, everybody. And thank you so much for all your beautiful comments that you leave. I read every single one of them. And I'm trying very, very hard to keep up with you know, responding and giving my thanks. So have a beautiful day and stay safe. Bye-bye.